Good evening, everybody. Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With me tonight, we have Michael as Tharaval.
Good evening, everyone.
Wes as Val Nostius.
Hello, everyone.
Dave as Thomas Moonstar.
Welcome to this week's edition of How Can We Try and Kill Draken while he's not here.
And Mark as Luntz.
I stab it with my pointed stick.
Yeah. Pete is currently doing other things, and Danny is still looking after little Bambino. So hopefully both of them will be back soon enough. We were meant to be doing a little bit of downtime on the Discord, but that never got done. So basically, it's going
happens.
We're going to do some bits and pieces. So I'll do a quick sort of roundup on what's happened, and then we'll sort of kind of go from there. So you've been in the bar. You've found out who poisoned the noble. You've found out who provided the poison. You've then sort of challenged the OS delegates to a duel. Then realized that it's to the death, and sort of kind of tried to backtrack your way out of it, and said, "Look, drinking game," and they went, "Okay, drinking game," but the drinking game was to the death basically as well. So you volunteered Draken to do this. While Draken sort of kind of been doing this, Val has realized that it's probably not a great idea for Draken to be drinking any poison, so he sort of kind of waggled his finger and sort of kind of dispelled any sort of kind of poisonous materials within the glasses. To which the last glass, which was technically meant to have the poison in it, the Us, heir to the sort of kind of that warlord's, the warlord's sons basically drank it, and then thought, "Oh, I'm not dead," and thought, I'm the bee's knees. I can take poison. It's kind of like that thing in Rick and Morty where the guy thinks he can sort of kind of resistant to acid, and and then basically they had to have a chat with him, tell him that you're not, you will sort of be poisoned, but just so we don't sort of kind of make a ruckus and stuff, blah blah blah. Tell us what you need. Tell us what you want to know. What did he tell you, by the way?
Oh god.
Strange blokes in cloaks approached him when they were entering town.
Tattooed faces. Tattooed faces, yeah. That was like, they gave him money, and he basically was just to sort of kind of provide the bottle of liquid to the wizard. The wizard who is now dead.
Oh yeah.
The wizard who is now dead. So on top of that, we've had a reunion between Tharaval and his brother Rin, who is now called...
I was actually just trying to look that up because I knew you were going to ask that question and I can't remember. Hold on.
I've got it, Mike. It's Ciravel.
Ciravel, that's it.
And Ciravel, you're going to have to keep reminding me that because I will forget.
Remind myself by the sounds of it.
How do you spell Ciravel?
I
David?
can tell you how I spelt it, but it might be wrong.
Syrrevel. Evel.
That is how I spelt it.
Ciravel. Okay. Tharaval and Ciravel. Okay, cool. So he's found his brother. And just before he sort of kind of went, I need your help. The wizards basically dropped dead. And that's pretty much where we were, I think. I think that's where we kind of left it. So
I think we had a chat with the captain and with Lady Taunt, didn't we? To let them know and update them.
Yes, that's right. And right. So yeah, you basically had said that you were thinking about sort of leaving to go back to Camberford, and then there was the worry that if you kind of leave, that more people might get killed in your absence. So you were like thinking about sort of sending a message using a sending stone to Camberford for your whatever purposes you were going to use for that and stuff. So I think that's where we got to. Let me stick some music on. Oh. Where the hell is? I keep on doing this. It's playing before we begin, and then I crossing temple. We don't want temple. Bavarian castle. We don't want a Bavarian castle. Where's the tavern music? Where's my bloody tavern music?
It was playing when whenever I loaded the thing up.
Yeah, I turned it off when I was putting the thing on, but this sort of.
Yeah, Matt broke it.
I broke it. Dwarf, no. Steeps, Middle Earth, no. Cry Havoc, Clash of Kings, Orc War March, Pitfall Trap, no. Boom. Elven Glade's a sad one. No, sorry, Elven Dirge is a sad one, which makes everybody cry. Ace is High is the porn music. There we go. Oh no, it's Eaton Hall. We don't want Eaton Hall. Dynasty, Storm, Fishing Village, Cathedral, Bavarian Spire, blah 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 blah. Where the fuck is it? Salvage. We don't want teleporters. Warhammer Strikes. I've got all kinds of random shit on this, in no order whatsoever. Ah, there we go. Tavern music. And I will turn off the porn music. Okay, so here we are. So, well, what are you doing next, basically?
So when we left it off, we were basically waiting to. We still don't know who's actually done this within the room or anything like that, do we?
No, he
Well,
just.
that is the worry.
Oh God. I think, did we not say that we were going to sort of leave the hotel and maybe start looking for something around the town, around Taunt, or I think we had said originally about speaking to the gangs and stuff, or the Thieves Guild, but the Thieves Guild have all been.
Well, you talked me to leaving.
Yeah.
So one of the thoughts was to go back and see if we could persuade a couple of them to come back and help us. That was one of the things we were talking about going back.
I remember now.
Or go back to Camberford.
To go back and see if we
How far is it? It's about a day's travel, isn't it, from
Yeah.
Taunt to Camberford?
It is. Let me just check. I think it's by. Let's check the map. It is. I've got the thingy map here. How many hexes? Oh, I should really move you over there so you can kind of see. Easier. Yeah, so you're in Taunt. There is one, two, three. You're looking about you're looking about 20. Yeah, you're looking about a day. So it's about 20 kilometers or 20 miles because each hex is about 5 miles. And you can probably do about 24 miles in a. I think they say you can do about 24 miles in a day. So you're looking about.
So a couple of us could go back, while a couple of us stayed here to keep an eye on things.
Just thinking with horses, that's a couple of hours ride.
Also true.
Do you have proficiency? Do you have proficiency in riding horses?
I have proficiency in animal handling.
It's not riding horses though. I would say sort of.
I do if I cast that.
What is it?
Phantom
Ghost
Steed.
horse.
Creature appears on the ground in the space of your choice. The side of the creature's appearance is equipped with a saddle, bit, and bridle. Any of the equipment created as well vanished. For addition, your creature you choose can ride the steed. The creature uses the statistics of riding horse, except it has speed of blah blah blah.
Or we could
When the
rent a
spell-
carriage.
Or we could rent a carriage.
I was going to say, it gives you a horse. It doesn't mean you can ride the horse. Well, the thing is, you can ride, you can ride a horse, but it would just be the same as anybody who doesn't know how to ride a horse getting on a horse.
It says for the duration, you or a creature you choose can ride the steed.
Doesn't mean you're any good at it though.
Yeah. So the thing is, you can ride, you can do anything, but there's going to be chances of, so on your way you could fall off because you don't know much about horse riding. You're not proficient in it. You're,
Right.
you can't, you can ride a horse, but you're not going to be very good at it.
And you probably have trouble walking afterwards for a while.
Yeah.
I read that as it gives you the ability to ride it, but I guess it's semantics, isn't it?
It doesn't say you gain proficiency in riding the horse.
Whose side are you on?
These are things you're meant to do in downtime. Not that you've had lots of downtime, but
Sorry, my familiar is being a bit obstructive at the moment.
I'm pretty sure that the animal handling actually is.
What is animal handling?
Let me see. I'm trying to see it. Like, there doesn't seem to be anything that specifically says about riding a horse,
Nope.
but
Didn't
there
make me
is
do that,
mentions of it to do with require animal handling checks with mounts or other animals not trained for the war to get them around here. I don't know. It sort of seems a bit of a grey area from what I've read. Animal handling.
I would say animal handling is
Handling. D&D. Yeah, maybe not. It says that it was when there's any animal hand. Is that the right one? When there's any question whether you can calm down a domesticated animal, keep a mount from being spooked, or intuit an animal's intentions.
Yeah, so it's just
Also make a wisdom animal check to control your mount when you attempt a risky maneuver.
it's just being sort of like calming and stuff. So you can
You make a wisdom animal handling check to control your mount when you attempt a risky maneuver.
Yeah, so basically,
So
if you were gonna jump over a gorge or something like that, sort of, or you were gonna need to sort of kind of charge a line of pikes or something it wouldn't want to do. You could probably use your animal handling to sort of kind of soothe it and make it want to do that. But to just it doesn't mean you can ride a horse. You might be able to sort of calm it down and go up to it and stroke it and things like that. But unless you've ever ridden a horse, then you don't know how to ride a horse, basically. So you can ride. It's not like you can't. You can, but in the time that you do it, I'll roll some dice and things could happen. So it's just sort of you could fall off or.
No, we just rent a carriage to get us back there and back as quickly as possible, or a carriage and a cart or whatever.
I thought we had the sending stone though, so why do we need to go back?
Well, there's some stuff I'd quite like to do quickly, like get the corpse back to the artificer to study,
Yes.
for example.
Also, the sending stone means we can send a message of up to 25 words. That
Yeah.
bit. So we're quite limited if we use that option.
Send Thieves Guild.
Yeah, send dirty dozen. Turn dirty dozen.
Quickly.
Or no, they're not called the Dirty Dozen now. They're called Val's Vagabonds, aren't they?
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Val's Vagabonds.
I like that name anyway.
But yeah, I mean, I think if we dive back, it gives us time to do a couple of bits and pieces of prep, and then we can make sure that the ones we're dragging back are the ones we want, rather than just letting all of them loose and hoping that we don't pick up too many pieces afterwards.
Okay, so is anybody staying behind? Is what's happening?
I think we need to. I know we shouldn't.
Yeah,
spend
I think-
party, but we can't afford to spend too much time away from the town at the moment.
I'll stay.
I don't mind what we do. I'm trying to think. Is there any stuff that I suppose that I need to actually be keeping an eye on the Thieves Guild that they're not actually thieving people.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. You could sort of, you could ask. I don't know, the captain, because he's going to be in there for a while. You know, if you all want to go back, it depends. It's just like if you're not there.
Well,
You
yeah.
know-
Can we ask the the local authorities to and Lady Taunt to put an investigation into the current events of what's going on in Taunt while in our absence, basically. So if we all go back to Camberford,
We just need to
hopefully by the-
marshal our resources to make
Yeah.
sure that we're better prepared for this, because we kind of walked into it blind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what are you doing then?
So we're going to go and have a quick chat with Lady Taunt and explain our position and what we have to nip back to Camberford, and that we're going to do so as quickly as we can. But there are a couple of matters we need to take care of that we think will make us better prepared, because we're in we're just not quite in the right place at the moment. Everything's a bit come as you are. So if they can hold the fort down for a day or two, and if the captain can help them out in the meantime with some extra bodies, we'll be back as quickly as we can. And we think we may have some resource that will help us to locate these cultists that we can bring back with us.
Okay, so she just says to you, what do you want me to do? I've got limited, limited forces. My retinue, some of the sort of town watch and stuff can sort of search the city, but a lot of our, the reason for this meeting is to get more resources.
Yep. So may I suggest?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
May I suggest that you try and keep everybody within for a day or two? Just try and keep them busy and in the smallest space possible that's easily defensible.
So keep them
And
in
that you
keep them in the hotel.
Pretty much, yeah. And keep an eye on the staff, and just trying to minimize disruption for a little bit, and we will be back as quickly as we can, and then we can rove outside the hotel to try and locate the problem and nip it in the bud at source.
Okay. And bear in mind you're paying for these people to stay here. That was the
Okay.
deal. That was the deal with the captain. So
Alright, kick him out.
you're
Well-
paying for the rooms, and it's going to be for as long as you're obviously away.
But it's a necessary evil, because it's an awful lot cheaper than paying for their funerals.
And the political repercussions.
Exactly.
Okay. So the as you sort of kind of saying that to Lady Taunt, who you're talking to Lady Taunt, the captain. Captain Bracken comes over and goes, old boys, I need to get back to my ship. There's repairs to be done, merchandise to be loaded, and I need to be off shortly. So I'm going to have to bid you adieu.
We were kind of hoping you might stick around for a little bit, Captain, but obviously we cannot force you to. There's a lack of friends at the moment, and we need to shoot off and find some people that can help us to find these cultists that tried to kill you and these people here.
And he says, "What would you have me do?"
Be a friend to Lady Taunt for a day or two, and help her with some extra bodies to help secure the guests.
Do sailors know anything if they frequent the taverns in the port and whatnot? Like,
So
we
you-
could ask him to question his men, see if they know anything about the whereabouts of this gang.
So you want him to send out his sailors basically to get information for you?
No, I think he's asking. He said we could ask the sailors if they have any recollection of seeing people that are dressed or tattooed like the cultists. And I'm asking if he and his men could help to guard the hotel temporarily while we are away getting some resources together and preparing to go after them at source.
Okay, so roll me Persuasion. You can have advantage on it.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's sort of, he's happy enough to stick around, especially sort of kind of when he said about looking after Lady Chunt. He's like, yes, well, I'll look after you, my lady. I'm a captain, you know. Do you know who I am? And he says, I will have some of my men come to the hotel and stand guard. One thing though, this chap over here is dead. I didn't kill him. You didn't kill him. Somebody killed him, and he's probably still in this room. Just saying.
The
Possibly Thomas would like to examine the corpse and see if he can figure out.
He's already done that and fondled his balls.
Oh yeah.
Dirty old man.
He went and just touched it.
Did Senway check?
She was there. She was aiding him, I think, and he failed miserably.
Oh crap! Ball fondler. Talk about most people drop the balls, don't fondle them.
All I did was roll the dice. Matt's the one who came up with what happened after.
And you're the one that has to roleplay it now.
Yeah. Yep. You see, okay, so
I was helping. Why didn't I get advantage on that?
yeah.
Because you wanted me to touch another man's balls.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
He's not getting any action at the moment. He's got to have it seriously.
Okay, so you guys are leaving. Oh, they're leaving. As you sort of are talking about this, the nobles from the sort of the wife from of Sir Theobald Mosbius or Mospius or whatever his name was, she comes over and she's all like, we must leave this place. We must leave. I must bring my husband's body back to be buried. You've sorted out who killed him. We need to leave. I demand that we go now.
My good lady, we have already survived one attack on a ship that you and your husband were on because someone was trying to disrupt things. They have killed your husband. At the moment, we don't know who these people are. If you go off with your people and they decide that it might be to their advantage to kill you and cause some more disruption, we can't protect you if you're not here. We would ask that you maybe remain for a little longer while we try and identify the culprits that organised the killing, not the people that performed it, so that we can ensure they don't send other people after yourself and your friends and family.
Roll me Persuasion.
Yeah, I knew it was happening.
Oh, okay. She's just like, I'm not going to do anything. She's like, no, I'm leaving. Parkinson, Stephen, come on, let's go. We're going. We're leaving. He says, I want some of your men to help with my husband's body. We need to go. We have to go.
I turn to Lady Taunt and shrug, appealing to her.
Lady Taunt. What's she gonna do? What's Lady Taunt gonna do? Lady Taunt. Okay, I'll not overcomplicate it. All right, so Lady Taunt calms her down and says, you know, if you leave, basically, it sort of instills in her that if she leaves, that it's still quite dangerous. There's somebody here trying to sort of kind of murder delegates. That she's safer. She's safer here. That she will get more guards in. The captain's here. Some of his men will help protect you. We will get all the funerary arrangements for your husband sorted. Just stay put until our colleagues return. And she seems sort of, slightly placated with that and stuff, happy enough. The rest of the sort of kind of crowd, there's a lot of busying and sort of general sort of murmurings and stuff. Lady Taunt basically says to them all that they can go back to the rooms, but nobody has to leave the hotel. And anybody found sort of outside will be arrested until you've returned and until whatever's happened here has been resolved. So there's lots of murmurings and it's like, I'm not paying for this and stuff, and the captain says, it's all right, it's all my friends, they will pay for you, don't worry. And so we can. I'll not overcomplicate it. So yeah, they'll stay in the hotel. Well, they said they'll stay in the hotel. You've got Lady Taunt sort of. What small amount of guards she has. Some of the sailors that are with Captain, and that's it.
The Revel. Hopefully it should help us as well.
All right, is he coming with you, or is he staying?
So we're going to Camberford then.
Seems that way.
I need to find out from him what it is that he wanted help with, which I suppose is kind of going to decide whether I going back to Camberford or staying here. He takes you to the side and says, "Brother, I have searched long to find you, and it's because the only man I think I can trust to help me. I must find my wife. She has gone missing, and I fear for her safety. We must find her." Absolutely, brother. Whatever help myself and my friends can give to find your good wife, we will do. Do we have any leads as to where she is or her last whereabouts?
I can't remember what was the name of the port city that he was at. I can't remember. I named the city, and I can't fucking remember what it was now.
Is it on World Anvil or anything like that?
No, actually, I've got like a Photoshop thing with all the different. I went around and started naming. I stupidly added like loads of towns and cities and villages and stuff, and there's so many of them that I sort of. Let's see. Have I got a map of? Thingy. Have I got a full map here anywhere? No, that is Balon on its own. That is What is that? That's oh no, I could. No. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. I don't have. Let me just do this. What? Oh, save sounds. Okay, so let me just. I haven't got names on this map. But lost it. I had it. It was just there. I'm on it. I'm trying to move you to it. Where fucking it's not. Go move it. Birth 1 minute. My child. There it is. Okay, so this is Freya. So he has come up from Al Zaharak, which is sort of in the draw. So from the story that you're aware of from Gaius, they've sort of made their way up through the pass, sort of made their way into Kyrelian territory. Then got on a boat and made their way up to. Oh, that's right. You were talking to this sailor in Taunt, weren't you?
Yep.
And he said it was here. I can't remember where I named this place. But he said that was where he saw your brother last. And he basically says that she was taken from him there. And it was there where he heard about you in Cragmere. Being in Cragmere, so he's gone to sort of kind of try and find you to help out.
Okay. So does that mean we need to go to there?
Well, that's the last. He's basically saying that's the last place. That's the last place. He's the last place he saw her.
And we don't know. He doesn't know any. There's no sort of evidence as to where she's been taken, or
he sort of kind of mentions that these men with these men with the tattooed faces, these were the men that I believe may have taken my beloved.
So he's motivated to help us find them.
Yes.
And possibly punch them in the face repeatedly.
Yes.
Always a good start. It's always good to have a motivated friend.
Okay. So I think basically our investigation sort of ties in with who killed this guy or the old wizard should sort of tie in and give us information as to the whereabouts of his wife. What is your wife's name?
Eliane. Oh no. Fuck. What was it? It was. I looked at it just. I looked at it. I looked at it just before we came on stream as well, because like I'm going to get asked that, and then it's like, it's that's not Eliana. It's
Let's begin with the knee.
E begins with an E. Evelyn. It's Evelyn. Evelyn.
When we started, he was frustrated because he over-prepared and we took him in the wrong direction. So now he just doesn't prepare at all and he gets frustrated.
Yeah, that's it. The thing is, it's true though. It's like I sit there and I spend ages doing stuff. Like in the last section, I had like loads of maps because I thought, right, you know, they'll send the guys off. They'll do this. So there's 2 other maps that aren't getting used because, you know, you did something else. So now I have a vague idea of where we're going, and then we just sort of go with it.
It's part of the contract between the players and the GM that the GM prepares something, and the only person that we ask about is the person you didn't prepare for. So it's the old joke, you know. There's the wizened old crone in the corner with a wizard hat.
To be honest,
and there's the blousy barmaid, and there's a puppy in the corner. Oh, what about the puppy?
Yeah, I think the thing is, I think there'll be certain points which will literally just be this is where you're going sort of thing. But for now, it's sort of because you the Camberford things and everything. There was just like I don't need to prepare for that because it's just going to be used kind of, you know, doing sort of upkeep and blah blah blah. So as it stands, it's just sort of winging it. There is something though that's going to happen that I don't think you can get away with. You can get away from. It's just going to happen. So, so yeah. So he sort of kind of names the town. You recognize that as sort of hearing from the sailor in Taunt in that bar. I'm not sure. Did you have a bit of a fight with him?
I tripped him up. Basically, I was trying to talk to him as to tell us some information, and he wouldn't do it. So I ended up tripping him up and slamming him to the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
And he spoke up.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was in that sort of kind of bar in Taunt, and that's sort of kind of where he says he saw your brother, and your brother's basically saying that that's sort of where the last place he saw her. But he does mention, obviously, men with tattooed faces.
Okay. Do we recognize the name Evelyn?
I think you've got a gold locket. One of you has a gold locket, don't you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, somebody does. I've got Rin's bracelet.
Is it Galandra that's got the gold lock?
Oh God, I think she might do actually.
It's not me.
I've got Rin's bracelet.
You got Rin's bracelet?
So I'm gonna take out Rin's bracelet and hand it to him.
Okay. So you're just taking it out and giving it to him?
Do I want to do that yet? Maybe it's better we sort of sit down and have a talk first before I tell him he kills his friend. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that for a bit. Actually, yeah, I think we need to be sat down in a nice but public place.
Because I was going to say, he's going to turn around and go, "Oh, where did you get the bracelet from? Oh yeah, I killed your friend and stole it from his corpse." There you go.
To quote a certain TV program, there are certain conversations that can only end in a gunshot.
Good to see you, brother. Fuck you.
You love me, don't you? Because I'm your brother. Yep. You really love me? Yep. You sure? Yep.
Why are you talking to me like this, brother?
Could you sit down, please? Maybe take your weapons off. Yeah. I'm just going to put you in handcuffs. Don't worry, it's for your own good.
Funny story.
Funny story.
Tying you to a chair. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, I think I'll save the bracelet for now.
There are better times for impulsive honesty, my friend.
Yeah, we've literally just met, and we're still sort of dealing with things. We need to be sitting down in a bar or something like that,
or either side of a very strong locked door.
Yeah, exactly.
Preferably with him on the inside of the room and you on the outside.
yeah. So yeah, we're obviously gonna agree to help him. And by the signs of it, the people who have taken her are the people that we are currently investigating.
But we already have our own grudge
By the
against.
way, Val, you will know Evelyn because you were asked to protect her.
Oh, is it Solden's sister?
Solden's sister.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, okay.
So there's a storyline between that.
There is?
Yeah. So obviously you're the woman you're there to protect, and Tharvol's brother married.
I'm still drunk. I can't put the dots together.
Okay. So
yep. Sorry, go ahead.
So he sort of he's told you this, and he says, "I've spent many days tracking you, and we need to go and find her. We need to find some clues about these men. We need to find where she is and save her."
And many other people.
Oh, sorry, I thought the dog was making noises there. Where do we go first?
Well, he says, well, it would seem that some of these men are in this city. I would suggest we find some of these men and find ways to tell them where and ask them questions about my wife and what has happened to this delegate, because I'm assuming this is the same people.
So we need to think of where we're most likely going to find them. Potentially
if
near.
only we had access to a group of people that knew the underground of the city really well.
Oh yeah.
If only we knew where to find them.
I mean, the
And
people we've
they
been
owed us a
fighting
favour.
been quite aquatic in nature, so I figured ask
Yeah,
the
that-
sailors.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Near the water.
Yeah.
I think it's basically we're gonna have to maybe go to the local tavern, see if we can find any.
Are you all going to the tavern, or some of you going back to Camberford? How are you sort of kind of playing this?
It's starting to sound like Claravel's staying back with his brother.
Yeah, well, I think this is gonna, these are gonna, there's priorities. No offense, guys.
Fine, just.
I have to do as much ass kissing as I can now for when I drop the bomb.
Emo brothers forever.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Okay, so we leave the brothers and the dog to start turning over stones, and we'll see if we can come back with some extra bodies that know which backs to stab.
Okay. So you guys are who all's going back to Camberford and who's staying in Taunt?
I think I'll keep Val in Taunt.
Okay, so me and Thomas.
Oh, shit, that being said,
And Draken. Draken,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he'll want to go back to sort of talk to his brethren.
His kid. He'll want to check in, won't he?
Yeah.
That being his priority. And the corpse, of course.
And obviously Glandra's there still, so.
Yep, and Eldereth as well.
Yeah.
Because she would have gone back with her.
And Daisy and the family of Michael's family.
So then, we're splitting the party.
Oh, you never split the party. Okay, so Val and Tharval are staying put, and the rest of you are going back to Camberford.
I'm assuming Val's mum will stay with him then, because
Yeah, and
she
Val,
won't want
yeah.
to wander off with us.
Yeah, Val's mum will stay with Val.
And me and Thomas will keep an eye on Draken and try not to let Matt kill him.
Don't forget to ask the artificer about like magically nullifying handcuffs.
Magic
Is this for work or personal purposes?
Bit of both. Business and pleasure.
Okay, so all right, how are we going to do this then? So, we will do the Camberford stuff first, I guess. Do I need to? I don't really need to put yous on the map of Camberford. It's just gonna be that.
I hope this doesn't go wrong.
This is where Matt can't remember where he put the map of Camberford.
Oh, no, I've got it here. I'm just saying it's. I haven't updated it with all the sort of kind of. Oh, you've only been gone what, a week though, technically, haven't you? So there's not going to be massive changes to it at this moment.
A week or two max, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we went out, we kicked ass, we got kicked a few times, and we crawled back and got beaten up on the way.
Yeah, that's Camberford. I think you talked about sort of extending it out to the north. You had sort of like some settlement stuff happening.
We'd paid for supplies to be brought so they could build some villaging, some sort of homestead village.
Yeah, so
housing out here for the Dragonborn.
Yeah, so you'd sort of I'll have to draw that in at some point.
And we also had the supplies coming in from the ship that I negotiated with the captain.
That's true.
Yep. Okay. Right. So you make your way back to Camberford. Takes you. Are you paying for a? You paying for
Yes.
a cart, right? Yeah. So it's only going to cost you what? It's a couple of silver each, probably. Nothing overly extravagant to get you there. You get there, and it's the next day. It seems sort of relatively busy. You can see some of the guards that you left sort of kind of standing sort of outside the front gates. Or are you going by sea, or are you going by road, by the way?
I believe it's by road.
Yeah. So you come in, and there's some guards there. You can see sort of in the sort of kind of surrounding sort of kind of area, you can see some of the sort of kind of Dragonborn you've got some like makeshift sort of kind of tented areas, sort of kind of some very rudimentary wooden huts and things have been built. Sort of the start of some farming and things going on in the outskirts. Sort of extending, they've started a sort of kind of a wooden palisade in the sort of kind of the extremities of sort of the outer parts of the stone walls. You come to the gate, and you get stopped by one of the guys. Oh, who goes there?
The person who pays your wages.
The other guards beside him just sort of kind of nudges them and says, and he went, "Oh, I didn't recognize you, sir. Oh, please, welcome back. Come on in." And they sort of kind of open the gates and sort of let you in to the into Camberford.
I turned to Thomas and just go, because me and Draken blend in so well.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I would suspect that Draken will want to go out and catch up with his compatriots and find out.
Okay, so Draken's
Can I have a toddler?
Yeah, talking to a fucking pen. God damn it. Where's my other pen?
In a safe place.
Yeah, safe. Oh wait, so talking Dragonborn. Yep, okay. And what are you two doing?
I'm going to drag this corpse off the cart and take it off to my friend to let him have some fun examining it and seeing how it works.
Okay, so you're going off to the artificer.
Artificer.
Yeah, artificer. And what about you, Thomas? Where are you off to?
I'm going up to my tower.
You're going to the tower. So, okay. So, first things first. Upkeep and stuff. You've been gone. You've been gone a week. We'll say 2 weeks in the grounds. We'll say 2 weeks. You've been gone 2 weeks. We said a gold a day. Oh, how much did we say? How much did we say we were charging? We had a whole thing written out for this.
You had it all written down, didn't you?
Yeah, it's in the camp. I can't click off this because it means it's going to move off. Can somebody just check in the Camberford chat there what we agreed? Because I click off this and then your things go off and.
Sounds like it looks like Mike's at it.
Where is Camberford chat?
I think
So many chats.
Camberford RP, I think it is.
2 gold a day in wages, and we've got 27 guards.
Oh god, there's a lot to read.
Yeah.
So, let's see. So, what we've got: Cleveland Artificers, Askinson, Engineer, given the mage, 27 guards, soldiers led by monks, 30 dozen, 20 thieves, Guild Master Junto.
All right, big man. Good to see
Hey,
you
big
back.
Totaling 86 people in a fort that can hold about 50. Guards will cost you 2 gold a day in wages.
So 2 gold. So you're looking at 14 gold times how many guards?
27.
Okay, so that is 27 times 14 equals 378 gold in wages.
That's fine.
Is that monthly?
Well, that's for 2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks.
Okay.
63 gold each.
So that's that for them. Are you? Is there anything else? There's no wages for anybody else.
I don't think so. They
no, I
generate
don't
money,
think-
don't they?
Okay, so I'm going to say for materials, and things, I'm going to add in. I'm going to round that up to 500 gold. All in for now. For general upkeep, 500 gold. And then
How many?
also you're also paying for the hotel for all the guests. We'll say how long you're going to spend in Camber. How long do you think you're going to spend in Camberford?
Probably not much more than a day.
So it's going to be
It's a pit
it's a
stop.
day there. Day up to get there, day in Camberford, day back. So 3 days. So you're basically paying for 3 days. So that's going to be. So let's say it's a gold a guest per night. So that's 3 gold per guest. And we'll say there are. So we'll say another 100 gold for 100 gold for.
So 100 gold each then?
On top of the 83.
No, including the 83. 100 gold in total.
By the way, because Galandra took a load of gold and stuff with her, didn't she? So
Yeah.
you've got what you've got on your person, and then you've got basically your sort of kind of little stockpile as well.
Which should all be in the treasury. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you've updated that.
Ah, fucking dog. Bertha, one up. This dog's barking. Bertha, one up. Just check for me. It should be, but just check.
So what we're looking for the money that Danny had. I don't know if I've actually taken note of this or not. Oh, hold on. Was it in the loot chat?
Right. Okay. Sorry. A-hole dog. Okay. So. We put it in the chat? Did we put it into the chat?
I'm just having. Is it in the loot chat possibly?
Yeah.
I've lost everyone.
Or is it in the main chat? Or did we do it? Or did we do it in the? Did we do it in WhatsApp?
Okay, so
Wait, hold on. Loot from the Battle of Silkside. Nope.
No.
Way past that. Watch Captain Garrick things. Yeah.
Thomas has
Minor.
lost us on voice. He can just about hear bits of Matt, but not the rest of us.
Oh.
So I'm going to get him to disconnect and reconnect.
Okay.
On shoulder.
I'm sure. It's not a massive issue at this moment in time for how much you've got in your sort of kind of your kitty and stuff. We can find it later and stuff, but obviously you have to take 100 gold cost currently.
Well, the thing is, I mean, at the minute we've all should have plenty of money
yeah.
anyway, because I mean, I'm just looking there. Tharavat, like I think I've got about 2,000 gold at least. Lance has got like almost 4,000 plus whatever he had on him originally. Draken's got like 7,500. So
Yeah, we're fine. We're not going to die just yet.
Yep.
So I've just knocked 100 off my total
Yeah.
while we were talking, just to make sure it's all tracked.
Yeah. So you're rich adventurers at this moment in time, but when they it's up to yourself, because you're just going to have rudimentary sort of kind of things going on. If you want sort of the supplies that the Val sort of sent over to sort of should help towards sort of the
Building
upkeep
stuff.
thing, but if you want sort of more sturdy walls and things
Yeah.
like that, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you
Well, I mean,
more
we-
and stuff.
Because we paid for supplies to be delivered so that they could build proper houses.
Yeah.
Before you left, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Okay.
okay, so we've scattered.
Yep. Okay, so we'll start off with
Because this way you can roleplay the Draken bit with him outside of it if he wants to. You can do it
yeah,
offline.
I could do Draken's bit sort of in thing. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do, what Draken's doing. So Draken sort of yeah, we'll come back to Draken. I can do his sort of over WhatsApp or sort of over Discord. I mean, okay. So we'll go with Thomas first. So you go back to your, you make your way back to the tower. As you do so, you see Gregor, Sir Gregor, running out to greet you. He says, "Oh, you're back! You're back! Lady Galandra, she's very ill. She came back and collapsed when she entered the fort. She's been lying up in the main keep for weeks now. We don't know what's wrong with her."
Okay, take me to her.
So he sort of kind of rushes you towards the sort of kind of the main tower where Galandra is. Surrounding her is the Daisy. It was Daisy, wasn't it? Wasn't it Daisy? And some local sort of physicians who are trying to sort of figure it out. What's his name? Gibbons there, looking over her. Sorry, brother. The dogs. I'm just bear with me a moment. The dog's kicking off.
It's not a games night without Math saying that fucking dog.
The dog should be happy. He's not playing Halo or Age of Empires.
Oh, he beat me. He beat me yesterday.
Oh no, I'm a bloody mountain dog, and I can't deal with rain. Right. Yeah, so Gibbon's there, scratching his head. She's lying on a bed, looking, looking quite ill. She's got her eyes closed. She's not looking great.
Okay, so I'll approach Gibbons and ask him what he can tell me has happened.
Oh God, what voice did I have for Gibbon? I need to remember.
You should be taking notes, really, shouldn't you?
I do take the thing is I do take notes, but I've got about 1 million notebooks all over the place, and they just get fucking scattered. He's just like, she's come into the fort with Micah's the Micah family. What did we say their second name was? Oh God. Anyway, they're
Dumfries.
That's right, Dumfries.
Dumfries.
Yeah, Dumfries. The Dumfries family, and she's collapsed. We thought it was to do with her pregnancy, but we're unsure now, and we're not sure if something is wrong. We can't feel a heartbeat in her belly, and we're not sure if we need to do an emergency cesarean on her, or if we can do something else. But she's very unwell.
Okay, has anyone checked her for magical melodies?
He's basically said he can sense an air, or he can sense that the pregnancy isn't natural.
I'm assuming we left one of the sending stones with Valashul.
Yes, Val will have, one of them will have the thing. So Engineer Atkinson, I think, has the other stone.
Right, okay. I'll have another quick look at Galandra, just check over her, using my limited medical knowledge.
Roll medicine, then. No, you're not sort of, you can tell she's pregnant, you can tell that she's ill, but you don't see anything. As you're sort of kind of looking at her, her eyes sort of flicker open slightly, and she sort of looks at you briefly. A small sort of kind of grin appears in her face, and then she sort of kind of conks out again. Gregor is getting slightly panicky, and he's like, Tom, would he call you sir? What would he call you, sir, or just Thomas? I'm not sure.
Lord Morningstar, I think will do.
Yeah, Lord Moonstar, Lord Moonstar. He's just like, sir, I'm very worried about Lady Galandra. I have been with her every night, and she is not getting any better. We need to try and find something to save her life, to save what seems to be her child's life. We can't leave her like this. I'll do anything. I'll do anything we need to save her.
Okay, I'll ask him to bring me the sending stone from Engineer Atkins.
He sort of kind of he bows and sort of kind of runs off to sort of kind of get it.
Okay. Are there any windows in this room where I am? Can I see out to the courtyard or anything?
Yeah. There's sort of like arrow slits and stuff you can see, or I'm not sure what you call a viewing place in a tower, but one of those.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll leave that there then. As for you, Lance, you've gone over to the artificer. Artificer. Yeah, that word.
Yes.
Frisser. Supposedly. And he says, "All right. Oh, welcome back. What you got there?"
I brought you a present.
Oh, look at that, brother. You know him, brother of yours, is he?
Not a brother of mine. He he put himself in a position where it was him or me. And therefore, as you can see, he didn't measure up. But I figured that since you're trying to understand how we work, and I would like to understand how we work, that having an example that doesn't scream or fight back might be a good place to start. And
Okay.
it's not like he's doing anything with the body anymore, is it?
He's like, "Oh, wow, this is amazing." His eyes sort of kind of light up, and he's just sort of like, itching. He's like, "Oh, put him down on the table then. Let's go. Let's have a look at him."
And I put my hand on his hand as he reaches out, and I say, "Of course, if anything should go missing or explode unexpectedly before we know what it is or if it's useful, that would be very disappointing. You understand that, yes?"
Roll me intimidation. Yeah, he's just like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll sort it out for you. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll sort it out for you."
Just checking. There are some very bad people out in the world, and I wouldn't want you to accidentally be persuaded to help one of them rather than helping me.
He's just like, he's sort of kind of not really listening to you. He's sort of kind of looking at this sort of this thing, and he's just like, yeah. And he's just sort of like, wow, looking at the at this new boon that's just arrived in his workshop. He's like, "Wait, I'm glad I turned up now. I'm glad I gave up the workshop. Oh, look at this."
I did tell you that I'd find ways to make life more interesting.
Yeah, what was the name of the other guy? The other artificer he was competing against.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he's going to be well jealous. Oh, wait till he sees this.
Well, we're going back to Taunt. Did you want me to take a message?
I was like, "Oh yeah." You can't take selfies, but he's just no. He's like, "Oh no, just leave it. I'll wait." And then I'll rub it in his face.
That could hurt. There's some hot, sharp corners on that one.
He's like, yeah. So what do you want him doing with this then? So what's the sort of?
Yeah. So I mean, what I would like to do is for him to use this as a way to understand how we work, and see if he can think of ways to improve me, or to give me access to new weapons or abilities, for example.
Okay, cool. So
I'm pretty sure that there must be more that I can do than I'm doing at the moment. And I am engineered, so it means in theory I could possibly end up with extra weapons or unusual capabilities, or possibly to have better materials integrated into me to make me tougher.
Yep, okay. So you'll need to sort of set, I think, a specific a specific goal, yeah, sort of like a research thing. So what would you like to sort of kind of him to have a look at and research?
Okay, so I have 2 goals. I would like him to see if he could give me access to some weapons that won't show up if someone's searching for me or strips me of my weapons. And I would like to look at becoming stronger.
Strength. And concealed weapons. Right, okay, cool. So strength and concealed weapons. Do you want them to have a look into, obviously because there was that sort of the vessel within him, which
I would probably say to him also that to be very careful, but there seems to be a connection between whatever it is that's at the core of us and the magical staff that Thomas carries, which traps dark and light influences when people die. There seems to be some connection between the two of them. So if he could understand how this one, a bit about how this one works, it may help us to understand how that works and how to avoid getting Thomas killed or the rest of us.
Okay. Vessel.
Which I'm sure Thomas would be very grateful for.
Okay, cool. So he sort of kind of nods his head. And he says, "It'll take a bit of time.
Of course.
You know, it's not going to be overnight, but I will let you know when we come up with any sort of new things. So basically, over time, it'll be like research. We'll do research dice. Basically, I'll roll some dice and stuff,
That's
and then
so before he turns away, I stop him, and I press a small bag into his palm with 20 platinum pieces for expenses that he may incur.
Oh, right, okay. He says, "Oh, wow, that yeah, okay. Oh, I'll make sure I find something good for you, sir. Don't you worry. We'll have you looking spick and span and what else?
Ship-shape and Bristol fashion?
Yes, ship and Camberford fashion. Or in taunt fashion, as maybe the case would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I smile,
okay,
pat his hand, and walk away.
I'll give you for the 20 platinum pieces. I will give you a +2 on your research roll. Roll +2 in research roll. So each time, obviously, because you've given him more money and stuff.
So he's got better quality materials to work with.
Yeah. Obviously, as time goes on, things will get more expensive and stuff if you want to sort of kind of push up. But for now, I'll give you a +2 for a research roll on that. Or you can have a. Okay, I'll give you the option. You can have a +2 for the research roll, but it will take for your first advance, as it were. Will take. How long is a reasonable amount of time to research something? Somebody watching something?
Yeah, Mike is.
Sorry?
Are you watching something?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Mike was kind of flashing away, but Dave beat me to it. Isn't that why he's got headphones on?
Let's see. So basically, a new skill technically is meant to take you a year. But I don't want to sort of kind of, it's just like, so I'll say a month.
Mm-hmm. So it's either +2 on all the research rolls, or pull forward the first.
Yeah, or you can spend that money to make him do it faster. So 2 weeks. So you can either have it. It's going to be a month, and you can have a +2 on the roll, or you can, have a normal roll, and it'll be 2 weeks. You can have it sooner.
I'll take the 2 weeks because I can always invest more later.
Okay.
And I want to see what he comes up with out of that.
Okay. 2 weeks.
So about February.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Well, hopefully, with
Meats and stuff. Yeah.
we'll try and make sort of it. I think we need to do some longer downtime things and stuff. It's just we keep on sort of kind of bumping into things as we sort of go along. So 2 weeks, and he's researching strength and concealed weapons. All right. Okay. Okay, cool. Thomas, Gregor comes back with the the sending stone and places it in your hand.
Okay, in his absence, I'd like to put my hand on Galandra's forehead and cast Identify.
Identify. You choose one object that you touch throughout the casting of the spell. Is a magic item or some other magic imbued object. You learn its
the last paragraph is what you really need.
You learn whether the spells are affecting an item. She's not an item, though.
No, the last bit. If you touch a creature through casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. There's no. It's not a spell, so you're not finding anything.
Oh, that's fine, as long as I know.
Yeah. You know it's not a spell.
Okay. Right. Okay. I will pocket the sending stone and head off to find Lance.
Okay. You sort of kind of walk off, and you kind of know he's going to be off near the artificers, and he's sort of just you see him sort of kind of giving the artificer something in a little purse, and he looks very happy about it, and you walk up to him in the workshop.
I turn around and say, Thomas, you do not look happy.
No, our friend Galandra has taken a bad turn. It appears that when she arrived back at the fort, she collapsed a couple of weeks ago and has not risen since.
Did you guys know that she was... Because I think Senway told you she was pregnant, didn't she?
I think so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
And
So-
the child?
The healers from the town are with her. The most of the garrison are with her. They have checked, but they cannot feel a heartbeat in her belly. They're wondering if they need to force an emergency cesarean to bring the child out unharmed. I've checked her for magical maladies. There doesn't appear to be anything externally affecting her. Although my colleague Gibbons has said that he feels the pregnancy is unnatural.
That's not promising either.
No, I have obtained the sending stone, and I'm intending to send a message to Valishal to ask either he or his mother to attend as soon as possible,
Or both, preferably.
or both.
That sounds like the best start for us to be at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that we should be very careful when we tell Draken of this. He's not known to be the world's most understanding with bad news.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
he comes I'll say he sort of kind of comes wandering back after speaking to, whoever he's been talking to in that time. Whoever he talks to in his downtime. So he's sort of there and insists that he, I'm assuming people would want to go and see her. So insists that he goes to see her.
might I suggest, Thomas, that you send your message and I'll accompany Draken upstairs so that we can see to the lady, and we'll meet you there.
I shall be there forthwith.
Thank you.
So you both go. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you'll accompany Draken, I think that we both need to see the lady.
So you both go up to the tower, and you see her sort of on the bed. Draken, for once, seems slightly more. What's the word? More
reserved
than usual. His general sort of kind of boisterousness, or not, what bravado isn't there, and he does seem quite concerned. And he for the first time since you've known him, he places his axe down beside the door and walks up beside her, and sort of kneels beside her.
Okay, I walk around the bed and I kneel to the other side and take her hand to see if I can feel anything.
Yeah, you can roll me. You can roll me a medicine if you want.
Advantage, where are they?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. No, you're not really. You know, she's ill.
Yeah.
She's ill. You're just sort of. There's not much you can do. She is quite heavily pregnant, it would seem, which is odd because you've only been gone for a couple of weeks, and she didn't seem that way when you sort of when you met her.
Not improving the unnatural pregnancy opinion, really, is it?
No.
When the gestation period appears to be a month.
Yeah.
Can I look her over and see if there's any unusual items or jewelry I don't recognise or remember?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation roll. Yeah, she's not wearing much other than a sort of like a sort of a nightgown. There's no jewelry on her, bar the locket that she got from Salden, of the sister, and that's it. Pretty much, there's nothing else.
I just look up Draken and say, if you can forgive me, and I take the locket off just to have a look at it.
Yeah, okay, so roll me an investigation, I guess. It's a locket.
A locket.
It's a locket.
It's quite definitely a locket. If I open it, does it? So I just open it and have a look inside it.
Yeah, there's the portrait of
the sister.
The sister, yeah, Evelyn.
Evelyn, yeah. So what I do is, rather than interfering with her again, I close it and I place it by the side of the bed, and just bow my head and just pay my respects quietly for a moment.
Yep. Gregor says, I was about to call for no, he says, if you're going back to Taunt, might you ask a favor of Lady Taunt to send one of her physicians to
we are sending for a very skilled healer who happens to be Valishul's mother, preferably with Valishul. That was why Thomas asked you for the sending stone. There have been developments, but we have found Valishul's mother, who turned out to be a very skilled healer.
Yeah.
And she had remained in town with him. But Thomas has asked if they can both return and see what they can do to help between them.
Okay. He sort of nods his head, and I guess what are you going to say in your message?
2 seconds. I am going to say Galandra has fallen ill and needs urgent medical aid. I fear for the baby. Please come to Camberford as quickly as possible.
Okay. Val, as you're sort of actually, we'll stop there because it's going to come in after you guys because you have done a day's worth of stuff. So, Val and Tharaval, what are you guys doing in that time?
I suppose it's a matter of investigating these tattooed-faced men. So I think it's either sort of going to the tavern and seeing if there's anybody of any note, or possibly going and speaking to the local law office or something like that, and see if there's anything that's been noticed, or anybody who's been arrested, or any reports being made.
Okay.
Val?
Yep. Okay. Val.
I guess Valister will join them, but I think I've made a mistake because I'm not very inconspicuous. This information gathering is going to be fun. Yeah, I guess I'll just accompany Farival to these locations.
It's going to be like that TikTok where the the guys on armor stealthing behind them. Do you hear something? No. Yeah. Okay, so you're going together. You just go into the local sort of sheriff's office, effectively. The local sort of kind of.
Well, where are we going first? Sheriff's office or taverns? Like which?
I'd say sheriff's office first and see if they've got any information, and then if not, then we could maybe try like a taverns and things like that. Because let's face it, bad guys like to drink.
Yeah. Okay. So you go to the sheriff, sort of town watch sheriff's office, and you're basically just asking them if you've seen anybody with that sort of description, or are you just asking for general sort of crimes that are happening?
A bit of both. Basically, we're interested in what sort of crimes have been committed, reported in the area,
or
and has
disappearances near the waterfront or docks.
Has there been any reports of tattooed faced men, and possibly show them the dagger that we found on the persons with the just sort of give an example of any sort of symbols or anything like that may have been reported along with said crimes.
Okay. Let me switch up to a map of Taunt. Okay. So the sheriff basically states that since the Battle of Silkside, things have been slightly quieter. He has heard sort of odd reports coming from it wouldn't be a dock if it's a river. What would it be? Would it be a dock? Marina? From the marina area of in the
Pontoon.
The trading district, I guess, on the sort of market district, that there have been some disappearances, more specifically of children in the area. But we're a big city. Children go missing all the time.
Tharval turns to Valishul and Saravel and says, "This seems like a good starting point for me, but maybe if we gather more information at the tavern first."
So the one that you went to initially.
Yes.
Okay.
How many of the taverns are there? Like, I'd imagine there's quite a few.
Yeah, they're going to be all over the place. There's going to be, there's going to be 2 or 3 in every sort of. There's like going to be a main one. There's the main one in the market, sort of in the town center, which is a bit more upmarket. But there's lots of sort of back alley sort of boozers and.
Is there one? Is there one actually closer to the?
Kids were going missing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so you go towards the you'll go towards the Apple side, which is basically the sort of kind of market type district area, because it's near the main river that goes through the city, and there are a lot of sort of bars and stuff. He says to you, if you check out the Pagan Harp, it's probably your first sort of port of call. It's a rough area though, so your armored friend here might want to be a bit less conspicuous than he is.
Well, actually, I had another idea. If you two would like to go and investigate that area, I'd like to take the dagger and see if anyone here knows anything about it.
Okay. All right, so you take yourself off. Whereabouts do you want to go for investigating the dagger, then?
I want to see if there's like any sort of like magical antique store or like some sort of like religious oddities.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know, like someone who can appraise it.
Yep. Okay. So you can take yourself off again, sort of be in the sort of the market area. There's like a magic district. What area did I say Appleside was? Where the magic district was, wasn't it, Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah. So you follow in, but you take yourself off towards sort of the area which had all the sort of where you went where the tower was, where you all had
Dougie
your
Hauser.
yeah where you met Dougie Hauser.
Can I take it to him? He might know.
Where you met Dougie Hauser. Legendary. And would you want to bring it to him, or do you want to sort of?
No. I'll look around for a store first, and then he'll be my last option.
Okay, so there's lots of stores around that with different sort of types of items in it. If you want to roll me a history check, because that'll be if you remember sort of any specific areas maybe that might be a bit more of interest to you.
There it is.
You're not overly sure. You weren't paying loads of attention when you were sort of you were in there the first time. You go up to a vendor that seems to have sort of different types of ritual daggers and potions and random things, and he sort of kind of looks at you and says, "Good day, sir. Can I help you? What can I help you with?"
Can I use divine sense to try and determine if any of these items are evil in origin? Or at least magical in a sense, I guess.
So
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to divine if they trying to find out if they have any
his
items, yeah.
His items. The presence of strong evil registers sense. Alright, so divine sense. You can tell that. Let me see what else we got here. Oh, I just realised I haven't put up the thing for that, but we'll just do this and we can see it. See, strong evil register in senses like a noxious odor, powerful good rate. Yeah. It's a bit of a mixed match. You're getting basically mixed signals in and around. Sort of there is nasty-ish stuff there, but there is sort of, you're basically getting a bittersweet smell sort of like coming through. He's got a bit of everything there. Some of them are obviously slightly more nasty, than others, and some of them are good. Which ones are which, you don't know.
Alright, I present the dagger to him and I ask him, do you know the origins of this blade? Perhaps who crafted it or forged it?
He sort of looks at it and goes, yes, well, interesting. Might cost you, though. I don't do things for free.
How much?
He sort of kind of looks at the blades and he goes, 20 gold.
If your information's useful, I'll give you an extra 10.
Oh, yes, okay, right, okay. It sounds good to me. Good deal. All right, okay. So he sort of kind of has a look at it, and he says it's. Did we? In fact, we gave it a. We did it. We gave it a designation. Actually, I just realized we.
Yeah, we have. Hold on. Have I got it? Is it? I did have it on my persons.
Yeah.
Where is my thing?
We gave it a designation. What it was actually.
Vicious dagger.
A vicious dagger.
Or was it Vicious dagger? Vicious dagger.
Vicious dagger. Yeah, vicious dagger. Oh, it's a nasty piece. It's a nasty piece, this. What does Vicious Dagger, what does it do? I'll just look it up here. Bear with me a minute. There we go. Okay. It's finesse, light range, thrown. When you roll a 20 with this magic weapon, the target takes an extra 2d6 piercing damage. So he basically explains to you that it has a knack of finding weaknesses in even the hardest of targets, and he also says. He asked you where you got it from.
Where did I get it from?
We find it on the persons of a squid face.
Oh, okay. What, the main cultist in the sewers that we met?
No, we find multiple ones of them, but this one, yeah, it was basically we found it on one of the cultists.
Okay, I'll say that. We found multiple, in fact. But we found this one on a cultist.
Oh, cultist, you say? I thought we got rid of them. I thought you guys got rid of them after the Battle of Silkside. More of them are there. Okay. Well.
Legit different cult.
Well, seems to me that this particular weapon are followers of the god Slaggerath. It's Slaggerath, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slackerath. Sakrathel. Slakrathel. Yeah, that's it. Sakrathel. He's like, nasty bunch. Haven't seen one of these before though. Maybe you could try near the docks. That's generally where they are. They are very maritime sort of people. Now the docks. If you check out the Pagan Harp.
I take the gold from my pouch and offer it to him.
Thank you. Okay. He says, do come back if you fancy any of my wares while you're here. By all means.
Does he have anything good? Can I see anything nice?
I'll give you a random generated shop here.
Pick a button, any button, not that one.
He has generators, and we want. What do we want? Doop-a-doop. Random. There we go. Magic items. He has. He's got some potions. He's got some potions. He says he's got some potions of greater healing. He says he's got some potions of poison. He's got some potions of resistance. He's got a ring of featherfall.
Oh, I could do with that.
He's got a he's got a tentacle rod.
Giggity.
To go with my magical handcuffs.
And he's got some smoldering armor.
Okay. I'm not going on a shopping spree.
A tentacle wand, smouldering armor, and handcuffs. We're not getting a picture developing here, are we?
And a potion of greater healing, just in case it gets
And he's got potion, ring of featherfall. Yeah.
Okay. How many potions? Is it just the one?
He'll have a few. He'll have a few.
I'll take a couple potions. I'll take a vial of the poison, and is it a wand or is it a rod?
It's a I've gone and fucking lost it now. Rod. It's a rod.
It's like a fishing rod.
A tentacle rod.
I suppose a wand would be smaller and slender, whereas a rod is kind of like a command rod.
Yeah, more like a club.
I will look it up on the here. Tentacle Rod. There we go. It is made by the Drow. This rod is a magic weapon that ends in three rubbery tentacles. While holding the rod, you can use an action to direct each tentacle to attack a creature you can see within 15 feet of you. Each tentacle makes you melee attack roll with a +9 bonus. On a hit, the tentacle deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage. If you hit a target with all three tentacles, it must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On failure, the creature's speed is halved. It has a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and can't use reactions for 1 minute. Moreover, on each of its turns, it can take either an action or a bonus action, but not do both. At the end of each of its turns, it can repeat the saving throw.
How much is it?
It is. I'm just checking Tentacle Rod eBay. It is. He says, oh, he sort of kind of sucks his teeth. He says, well, if you want that item, that will cost you, because you're a friend, 3,000 gold.
Could you loan it to me?
No loan, sorry.
What if I let you hold on to this dagger for the time being? And I promise I'll return this to you. You have my word.
He's just like, this dagger isn't worth 3,000 gold. It's not like I don't trust you, Paladin. I just don't want to give it to you.
I draw Holy Avenger from its scabbard and show it to him.
Oh, you're going to swap out? You're going to give him Holy Avenger?
Holding it flat across my hands, and I show it to him. I'm like, how about this weapon instead? Hold on to it. Do not sell it, otherwise you will feel my wrath.
Okay.
And that I can promise.
Okay, roll persuasion. You can have advantage on it.
What about intimidation? I've got a little bit more on that. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, you drive a hard bargain, but yes, okay. So are you're swapping it out then? Basically, he says,
yeah.
If he basically said if you break the rod or if it comes back damaged, he will keep Holy Avenger.
I'll keep it in pristine condition.
Right. Okay. Cool. So you swapped out. So give yourself. You can drop in the compendium. You can if you go to the eye, type in Tentacle Rod, and you can drop it into your sort of inventory. And then obviously
the eye in the top right.
Yeah. So you go to the eye, type in Tentacle Rod. You can drag that into your inventory. And there's a button that'll say has attack, and then you can have that sort of on your McGubbins. While you're doing that, Tharval. So while you're doing that, it's going to be. It's not going to be.
I don't know if I've done that right.
I'll check for everything. Where are you guys? That's Senway. Where are you chaps? That's Tharval. Val, there you are. Character sheets. So you've got Tentacle Rods. Did you drag it in or did you just type it in?
I dragged it in and then clicked has an attack, and then that was it.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, you got it there. Okay, it's there.
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Yeah, it's there. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, that's working. Okay, so okay, so Tharval and your bro, you make your way to the Pagan Harp. It's down a couple of sort of kind of dingy looking alleys, and it's near the sort of kind of marina, to where the sort of kind of all this sort of supplies and stuff are coming in. It's not the best looking pub in the world. There's some dodgy looking sort of kind of characters in and around, sort of kind of lounging around, being very sort of loud and abrasive. There's one guy with basically a loincloth up and his ass hanging out.
I like what you did there.
Yeah,
it feels like Bolton.
Yeah. For anybody, there's an in joke. Basically, I went to Bolton and on a date and went to this really dodgy looking pub which I didn't know anything about, and sat beside this guy who basically had his ass out, and it was just grim to the point where I just got up and left. I was like, yeah, this is not a good place for a date. Anyway, so so there's, are you just wandering in? How are you playing it?
Yeah, I mean, we're not. I think in this case we're not sort of going to act particularly stealthy or anything like that. I think we're just going to walk up to the bar and order a drink.
Okay.
Order a drink and some a turkey leg or some food for Nanook to chew on.
So you go in, and the sort of kind of one-eyed, sort of snaggle-toothed barman sort of offers you, asks what you want. You say, a few, cups of mead and some food for the dog, and he sort of kind of looks down and sort of shouts off towards the sort of local serving wench. She comes back and sort of provides a sort of kind of like a bone for Nanook, and he sort of dishes you out two sort of kind of quite large sort of tankards of the local brew.
So we lift the tankards and cheers to Ceravel and say it's good to see you again, brother. But be on your wits. There are shady people in this bar. At that point, we just sort of have a look around the bar and just sort of trying to sort of get a gist of who's in it or what's going on. Using perception.
Yeah, roll me perception then. You can have an advantage on it because your brother's there. Okay, so as you're sort of kind of sitting there, drinking your mead, you do notice sort of in the corner of it's sort of kind of like one of the back entrances to the pub. There is a sort of hooded figure giving money to another sort of kind of person in the bar, and then he sort of kind of walks out as the person who takes the sort of kind of money sort of shuffles back off into the bar and sits down.
Okay. I just toss a coin to the barkeep to pay for the drinks. And I lift my beer, I say to Ceravel, follow my lead. Walk over to the man in the corner whilst drinking my beer, and say, I see you're giving out some of that money. I would like to know how I can make some. A lot, in fact.
He sort of looks at you, says, can I help you, friend? I don't think I know you.
You don't know me, but I could be very handy if it's the right source of work that you're looking to carry out. I'm looking lots of money, fast, and have no qualms with how I achieve getting that. Would you have any suggestions or work available?
He says, I might do, but can't be too careful here. So you want some work? Sit down here. Let's have a drink. Get to know each other, and then I'll let you know if I've got any work for you.
Very well. So he nods to Ceravel. Take a seat at one of the tables.
So both of you are sitting down?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, what brings two elven gentlemen to this part of Taunt? You're pretty far away from home.
Do you know where we hail from?
Well, I'm a man of the world, don't you know? No, don't hang around these sort of places and you don't get to know lots of people. I've bumped into the odd elf now and again.
So, if you're a man about town, you would have known of the prior Thieves Guild that attended this town that are no longer.
Oh, yes. I know Giotto, me and him. We're like this.
I am a good friend of Giotto, and we are basically what is left of that guild in this town.
Oh, no, you're not. Because when he left, I took over the business. I'm in charge of that now.
Well, we're looking for work, as we said.
Interesting. Roll deception.
This is where it feels.
I'll give you advantage because you're with your brother. He's like, all right, you know, Giotto. Looks like you're probably good with a bow, as it seems from your garb. I might have something for you. So, you're not too squeamish. What's your moral compass like?
Don't have one.
Roll deception again. So am I sort of people. All right, okay. So there's some new clients of mine in this city who are looking for young aspirants to join their club, let's say. It is of us to find young urchins and provide these new aspirants to these people. The more of these street rats you can find, the more money I can get you. So, yeah, find me some street rats, and I'll pay you handsomely for them, or I'll cut you in on my share.
What state do you need them in?
Oh, right, I don't need them beat up or anything. You know, you can smack them about a bit if you want, make sure they're compliant, but, alive, able, and none of those scrawny, crippled ones that you get in sort of in the sunrise roads. You don't want any of those. We want some of the, some of the better ones, generally near the sort of kind of the well-fed areas where they could steal. Around here is pretty good.
What sort of work are you putting them to so I can understand the type of street rats that you're looking for? Are you looking strong?
I'm not putting to any work. I just sells them, you see. Well, no, the way I see it is, Sir Alistair Taunt, should be paying me because I'm getting rid of these thieving buggers from around here. So, we're just getting rid of the scum and then passing it on to some other people to better themselves.
Do I bring these urchins to you, or is there a contact?
Bring them to me, and I'll make contact when I've got them.
Right. Let's think. Yeah, leave it at that, and we go kidnapping.
The child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah. Children.
Lollipops, candy.
I don't really know what else to ask. Oh God.
We've got.
I can save you the effort of having to the effort and risk of having to deliver them and deliver the urchins ourselves.
Well, you see, though, I don't mean to offend you or anything, but you see, once they're delivered, I gets the money. And I've just met you, chaps, and call me naive, but I don't really fancy providing my money to people I don't know. I'd rather do it in person.
How about I don't request them, I only collect the money from you. So I deliver the urchins. They pay you. I contact you, you pay me.
But roll persuasion.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay. He said, all right. Yeah, right. Seems all right, right? As long as I get my money, I don't care. Yeah. You can do all the dirty work. So, what you need to do is, once you've got the merchandise, you need to meet the you need to meet this person at the actually no, I'm going to do it this way. You need to meet this this person at sundown in the old district bridge. He'll meet you under there, bring the merchandise, and they'll take it off your hands.
Okay. Then it is an accord. I'll do this. I'll contact you tomorrow for my money back here. If you're not here, I will come looking for you.
Oh, I'll be here. I'll be here. Don't you worry.
Sounds like we could have a good business going here.
Well, I hope so. Cheers to you, boys. I've always liked elves.
What is your name?
Arnold Greybeard. Arnold Greybeard, they call me.
Only butterscotch.
Okay, so lift our flag as a maid and to good business.
Dave, I hope you're writing these names down.
I've got this down.
In your list.
Promise isn't there. He doesn't know any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you, Dave, as a person who takes notes for the game, you're my encyclopedia for when I've forgotten everything.
I'll watch it back later and note them down.
Okay. Yep.
Bring urchins at sundown to Old District Bridge. Contact or yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, Val, it starts to get late. You get a. Would it be the next day? It would be the next day that you would get the message. So you're not right. So Val, what are you doing?
I was gonna try and rendezvous with Farival at the inn. So I guess I'm on my way there.
Well, so you go? Wait, are you going to the Pagan? Are you going to the Pagan Harp?
Yeah, Pagan Harp.
Yeah, Pagan Harp. FYI, if anybody's ever decided, that's the name of the pub that I'm going to have, that the Pagan Harp, because my band's called Skin the Pig, and the harp, pig guitar, so the Pagan Harp.
Hey.
So nobody's stealing that. That's my pub name. The mucky cow is also out of. You're not allowed to do the mucky cow. That's Pagan Harp. Okay, so you sort of kind of march around with your new trident. Sort of kind of standing there.
Have I got anything to cover it up somewhat? Like I'm trying to hide it?
You can buy some cloth or something, I guess, or your
Alright,
cloak. You could put it
yeah.
in your cloak if you wanted to, I guess.
Right, yeah, I take my cloak off and I wrap the rod up inside it, and I walk with a bit of a brisk pace, like I've got somewhere to be.
Okay. Cryptic Cipher it's on Twitch says, I'm DMing my first session tomorrow. Must want to see how it's done. Actually done. Good luck with that. Good luck with the DMing.
This
Yeah.
session and then do the exact opposite.
Yeah, basically, bit of advice: do loads of preparation and then throw it all away, and then just do with what they do, basically, because they will not follow what you're going to do. They will
Whatever
not.
you plan for, they'll do exactly the opposite thing.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so you're walking in a brisk pace with something in your in your hands. Is there any sort of reason behind your madness?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it seem like I've got something shady in my hand. Obviously, I'm entering an area that's known to be rough.
Yeah.
And I figure if I pretend like I've got something to move quickly, I might be able to find the cult, given the nature of the staff and its tentacle or tentacle-esque-ness, I guess.
You are wearing full plate.
I know, but I could be an
armor.
adventurer. I mean,
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to sort of envisage this. You
oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
in full plate.
Big-plated man walking fast.
Yeah, big-plated man walking fast with something under a cloak isn't likely for somebody to sort
Not
of
a
kind
shotgun, don't worry.
of. So they're not. It's I.
No, I'm perfectly fine if someone wants to try and stop me.
Yeah, well, that's it. I'm just saying, is somebody likely to want to stop you? Are you just sort of wandering around the streets? Are you sort of kind of?
I've got my destination. I'm obviously heading to the Pagan Harp. I know where that is. He told me where it is, right?
Yeah.
The appraiser.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm on my way there.
Okay. All right. I will roll a dice.
Oh dear.
Okay. Yeah, you get there unmolested. You sort of kind of briskly walk. You see sort of the odd sort of eye looking at you as you're sort of kind of you're going there, but you're quite an intimidating presence in all that armor and stuff, and your massive spear on your back and stuff. So nobody's really paying you much heed.
Okay. Do I find Farival there?
You sort of kind of look into the window, and there is you can see him sitting there with his brother drinking with somebody else. There's a couple of sort of kind of drunken guys outside sort of looking at you strangely as you're peering in the window.
Valashul looks to the two people and asks, "Do they serve anything good?"
Well, but there's monkeys, both totally made out of matchsticks. Wanted me to be the leader. And I said no.
Okay. Valashul ignores them and heads on through and goes into the tavern. Instead of joining Farival, he makes his way to the bar and beckons over the bartender.
The bartender looks slightly sort of kind of surprised that a fully plated man with something in it. He's like, we don't want any trouble here. So we're a legitimate business. This is a legitimate business. We don't want any issues. We've told the town watch we're not going to do that anymore. All right, just leave us alone.
What's the name of the place we're in again?
The Pagan Harp.
Okay. No, the city. Valashul replies, "Do I look like I'm wearing any heraldry of taunt? I'm here on business too."
There's a bit of a it just roll me persuasion actually, because I'm gonna have to actually no. Yeah, I suppose are you deceiving them? Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Persuasion.
I'm not
Yeah.
deceiving. I'm not lying.
Okay, it's just like, well, I'm sorry there, adventurer. I just, I saw the armor and the bloody spear, and it's, you can't be too careful. What is it you're having?
Pint of your finest mead.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty good mead.
As well.
Say it again.
And then I'll have your ear as well.
He's all right. So he sort of pulls some mead, passes it. He says, "What can I do for you?"
I found this relic while I was out adventuring. Its nature leads me to believe that it could be related to insert tentacle god's name.
Slackerath.
Yeah, that's it. Could be related to Slackerath. I heard rumor that there were some people in this area that would worship him in secret, and I would like to offer this to them for a price. I show him the tentacle rod.
He looks at you and says, "Hey, are you sure you haven't been drinking already? What is that? Slackerath? What is that? I have no idea what you're talking about." He's just like, this is a bloody boozer, mate. What? He sort of kind of starts laughing, and then some of the other patrons and stuff are laughing. As that happens, sort of, the guy who Tharval, Arnold, looks up. He's just like, turns around to Tharval and what's your brother called again? Sorry, Saravel. And he says, "Oh, looks like we've got ourselves an adventurer at the bar, boys. Looks like he's asking some pretty strange questions.
Just trying to sell something. I came here because it's shady. It's stolen, I promise."
I've just got a picture of this like really dark, dingy, crappy looking pub, and then this like big shining knight sort of like, "Oh, hello. I wonder where I can bother
buy
you."
my toys?
Here you go, peasants.
Would you happen to have some champagne?
So he's just like, I think I've got some business for you, boys. I like the look of that sort of thing he's got there. Take it for me, and make sure that adventurer knows not to come around here anymore.
What do we get in return?
Oh, when I fence
Everything has a price, my friend.
He says, when I fence it, I'll cut you in 10%.
10%. Let's think. How about a partnership? A partnership in helping you run this Thieves Guild. For instance, this adventure does not look like a weakling. This is quite this is quite a challenge you're asking of us. I don't think anybody else in this bar is capable other than myself and my brother here. If you want that, you're going to have to up your price.
Partnership seems a bit too expensive, to be honest. I can make a fair bit of till coming from this. 20%. That's my final offer.
25%, and you introduce me to the fence that you will be selling it to.
Roll me persuasion.
Feel this time.
He says, I'll give you 25%, my man, but I'm not introducing you to my fence. You don't give up everything to the first people you have drinks with. You know, that's for those petty whores down the road. You know, I'm not that easy.
What's to stop me taking this item myself and selling it off my own back?
Well, I think you'd be very sorry, my friend, if you stole from when you stole from Arnold Greybeard.
I'm not stealing from you. I'm stealing from him.
Oh no, but it's now mine. I've claimed it. I've seized it. It's mine. So you can get it for me, or I can get some of my boys to get it for me. This is a business proposal. I thought we had an agreement.
This is a different barter that we're talking about here. Let's think. Very well. Let's see how your men fare against this adventurer.
Thanks.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so
Where's my mum?
he says, all right. If my men can get the item from this adventurer, then I'm afraid you get nothing, and you will have not. No, you'll get nothing. But if they can't, and you can, I'll introduce you to my fence, and yeah, maybe I will think about our partnership in this business.
Deal. And he puts his hand across the table.
Arnold sort of spits in his hand and sort of kind of shakes your hand with it. Your brother sort of just sitting there and sort of kind of drinking slowly and looking slightly amused. Okay, so right, Val, you're gonna have a bar fight now. Okay.
Oh, yay.
So
This is not what I planned.
He only promised not to hurt Draken.
Yeah. So all right. So we're gonna have to roll up a we're gonna have to roll up some guys to sort of try and have at you, I guess. So we're gonna go for.
If I hit someone with my fist, can I cast Thundering Smite?
What's this?
I mean, like smite in general. Can I do that with my fists?
What's the
technically they're weapons, and it's if I land a hit, I can cast a spell as a bonus action.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Thunder Fist.
Thunder Fist, yeah. Let's go for. What are we going for? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you are going to get up against some bandits, but there are going to be 10 of them.
What? What?
They're not that bad. There's just lots of them. You're level 8. They're like level naff all. They're like 1-8. Yeah, they got very little. Like you're gonna one hit them, but there's 10 of them, and there is a bandit captain as well. So I'll do So basically, as you're at the bar, Arnold sort of kind of nods his head to a particularly grim-looking chap at the door, who sort of kind of closes it over, and you sort of see a group of other sort of kind of men getting up from the tables to surround you, Val. You can roll me perception, see if you sort of kind of pick up on this.
No, I guess not.
No, you're so the guy sort of with the sort of kind of main grim looking guy sort of walks up behind you with a cutlass and basically says to you, all right, so hands over your item there, and you can get out of here alive.
How close is he to me at this point? Is he holding the knife to my back?
He's holding it to your back. Now you are in plate armor, so you know it's not going to sort of, but he sort of got it there.
Oh god, I don't know what to do.
Slap him.
Horrible shouts
How
to the
many
barkeep.
innocent people
Another
are
round, please, as he puts his feet up to watch.
Whereabouts are these enemies, bro?
Right, I will do a I'll get you a little map up or some sort. I think I've got a bar flying around here somewhere that we can use. One of the old bars you've been in before, maybe, and just use this similar thing.
I was just thinking, you probably got several of them, haven't you?
Where is the bar that you've been in before? Loads of them. You've been in multiple bars. Where are they all? I haven't deleted them off for a moment. That's not it. That's not it. I might just have to draw it out. Like boring, but further down here, maybe. Oh, all right. There's one there that might... Yeah, that'll do. It's not sort of right, let's move your McGubbins over there then. Oh, is that a... Oh, no, it's a forge, it's not a bar. Where's the one you were in Fragmere? Where it's going? Oh. Okay. And I will turn off Fog of War. There we go. Okay, so I guess I need to put your guys in there. So let's put you in, and Tharval and Such. So you are there. Oh, it's not giving you token. I should have copied you in. Let me copy in from another area. It makes it easier. It's not letting me do. Where are the things? Oh, there you go. You're there. The Nook is there. Where is Larry? There. I'm over. Okay, so say Tharval and there. The Nooks are there. You're at the bar there. Then we will do okay, so we've got 10 of these chaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got, let's say, couple at the door. Okay, that is the lay of the land as it is at this moment in time.
Oh balls.
So, I guess, do what you're going to do, and then we'll see if we roll initiative or not.
Okay. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Right, Valishor raises his hands and slowly stands from the stool, turning to face his assailant. And so for a moment he thinks about Thomas, and then decides to take a leaf out of his book and cast Burning Hands.
All right, okay.
And that will take out the 3 in front of me, the guy that I'm now facing, the 2 by the door. Unless it's a cone, let me double check that. Oh, I shrunk down my screen. One sec.
Okay, Burning Hands. Wow.
A 15-foot cone, okay. Yeah.
A cone's going to be 1,
Yeah.
then 2, so it'll be those 3 then, basically.
Yeah, that's fine. And does it matter what level I cast it at?
They're like they're 1/8, so they've got like 11 hit points each. They're not very.
Okay, so I'll just cast it at level 1.
Oh, they're all still alive.
They're all still alive.
Divine Smite! No.
Can anyone smell pork?
So you turn around and you sort of your hands are up as like, we're all friends here until you burn to death, and you sort of like you literally shoot fire out of your hands, and it sort of sets these chaps on fire. What I'm going to do though is
I think I probably just burnt down this whole district.
bear with me 1 minute. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, so they're still right. You haven't set fire to the to the room. All the sort of kind of the sort of it's a wet floor and things like that. It's sort of because it's
Take a leaf out of my book, oh indeed.
yeah. So they and they're shocked, and obviously these guys are completely sort of kind of reeling from the attack. But the rest basically charge in. So roll initiative.
Okay.
They don't hire them for their IQ points, do they?
I thought it was going to be a bit of a deterrent.
I rolled, but they passed.
They're
Basically.
too stupid to be scared.
Sorry, you are roll initiative again. Sorry, roll it again.
Do I have to select myself?
Yeah,
first?
so press on it, and
there we go.
yeah, press on you, and then press for initiative. Okay, I'll give you the 6. And these guys are all going to attack at once. And they're going to get... Oh, you get first go. All right, so yeah. So you can lash out first, do what you need to do.
Okay, is the spear of Flon? I can't say that. Is it two-handed? Can I use it two-handed?
The spear of
reach?
justice, basically, isn't the spear of
Okay,
justice?
the spear of justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be. You've got a shield. You can have it one-handed. It does more damage two-handed.
Does it have the same range though? Is what I'm thinking. Can I attack one tile away?
Yeah, you can. You can do 10 feet away. Yeah.
Well, I attack the one in front of me with my spear, and then oh god.
That's your.
Yeah, it's my and then as my extra attack, I attack the one to my right. Or yeah.
So do you get any? Let's see your bonuses and stuff. You get any pluses or anything? So, Spirit, Common Justice, 1d6 damage, single-handed or thrown. 1d8 damage, two-handed. It has a +2 to hit and damage. It hasn't added the +2 to that, so it's... Oh, it has, actually. It has added... You got 6 + 1 + 2. Okay. So... You've done the one in front of you is dead, is down. And the one to the right is taking 9 damage. Okay. So they I'll move him out of the way because he's gone. So they advance on you. Boom. 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 Those guys. Boom.
Just line them up and I'll knock them down.
Boom.
Oh no, there's so many.
Boom. Boom. So basically,
Surrounded, kicking the shit out of me.
Bum rushing you. Okay, so let's see if they do anything to you in your armor. Your AC, what? 20?
20. Yep.
Okay.
You're not getting this sardine out, boys.
So there are 8 of them.
No one brought the key for the spam can.
Oh, there's one that's gone through.
Yeah, so first one, so we'll start from the thing. So he's not going to get advantage because he's hitting you from the front. So that's fine. Second one in front, he misses. Third one from the front, misses. Next one from the flank does hit you because it's a 20, because it's an advantage on your flank. So that's 4 slashing damage on you. Other one, he gets 23, so he gets 11. So that's 15 damage so far. And the others miss. So you take 15 damage.
Ooh. Did my HP update? Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just keep stabbing. 1, 2.
But, by the way, because you're like you're sentinel and stuff like that, do you get any?
Not unless there's a friendly nearby.
Okay.
How nearby?
It has to be like right beside me, 5 feet.
Okay, so sitting watching with popcorn doesn't count then.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so you do 4. Why are their damage rolls? Oh, you got a 1. Some really bad rolls. 2 1s.
Twice.
You got 2
Yeah.
1s. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got the same thing twice.
Fucking hell. All right, so
Right, you know what? I'm gonna just go all out. I'm gonna roll Divine Smite on both of those.
okay.
Why has that not worked? Okay, never mind. I'm doing it wrong. You think I'd be familiar with it by now? How am I doing it wrong? I don't know now. I clicked Divine Smite and it didn't work.
Maybe roll 20's just being sort of a bit
you're working a sec.
slow at the minute. Breathing on.
So the extra damage is 2d8 plus 1 for first level. Okay, so I just roll 4d8, right?
Yep.
And then take away 2 self swords.
Yep.
So that's fine.
So the first guy, so that's 2 dead guys basically. So Dumph. This guy moves in 3, 6, 7 attacks.
Any time now, Farrell.
So how much damage have you taken?
15 so far, probably a little bit more now.
You've got so that's 9 damage, another 9. We've got a critical fail. That's the guy who's burned. He kills himself. Knock him out.
Runs onto the spear.
Yeah, 9, 15 damage because there's another hit there. 15. There's another critical fail there. That'll knock out the other one. We'll say. Another 15 damage.
It's but a scratch.
Alright, there we go. Down to 42. And let's go again. Round.
I think you got those potions.
I bought them for everyone else. I've still got my
Lay on hands. Yeah, your healing pool. Yeah.
I'll just wait until I'm a little bit lower. Alright, I'm gonna go stab again.
Blue.
Oh,
So-
I missed.
Yeah, that you you missed twice.
Oh.
You missed twice. Wow. Oh, you get that's with a +2 as well. Okay, your dice rolls are atrocious at the minute.
Yeah. Thanks. I didn't know that already.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Yeah, that's with +2 to everything. Oh,
You're
wow.
level 8. It'll be fine. He said.
Okay, so they have at you. You've got 4, 5 attacks. And we've got no. Oh, everything 1 minute. First
damage.
First one misses, second one misses, third one misses, fourth one hits for 5 damage. Yep, so 5 more damage.
Stabby stab. Please, no. At least one makes it.
One's
I'll
gone
cast Divine Smite
through.
on that.
Yeah, second one.
Am I gonna get a rest after this?
Yeah, you're gonna get a rest, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I meant.
Or are you?
Otherwise.
So that's
I
another
was meant, that's
dead.
8 damage.
That's another dead guy. We'll do one more set of attacks with these guys, and then they may.
Cool.
That's 7 damage. Yeah, 7 damage.
I like that they're softening them up nicely for Theravel to come in and finish.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
He's gonna sit there, put his thumb out and shoot you, isn't he?
Keep up appearances. So right, yeah. So do you want to hit back?
Stab again.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
The
7.
description's so long that it's a surprise every time I roll because I have to scroll up to find the result.
Yeah, I just see the damage at the bottom, and I'm just like,
9. Yeah, sorry, I might have to do. I might have to do a shorter description for it and stuff. And just add that as a.
I'm running out of spells.
So that is 9, 7. He's gone. We'll say he's gone. The other two, after you sort of basically taken out, 8 guys, they sort of they basically leg it out the back door.
Can I do a reaction because one of them's disengaging?
Yeah, you can react.
Right, I lunge my spear at the back of his ankles.
Nice.
Yep, okay, and he sort of kind of trips over and falls to the ground.
I step over him and stab downwards, impaling him through the shoulder and giving it a twist. And I ask him, "Who ordered you to attack me?"
He's like, "It was him over there. It was Greybeard. It was him over there." He's like, Greybeard sort of kind of stands up and says, "Oh, it was me. Seems like you're pretty good with a spear there, adventurer. Didn't mean no harm from it. Just thought we'd put you through your paces. Maybe we can come to a bit of an agreement with that object you've got there."
Valishal pulls the spear out of the bandit's shoulder, leans down, and casts healing hands to seal up the wound and prevent him bleeding out.
Oh, your spear likes that. It gets all warm and fuzzy. It's like, oh, your spear likes that. Okay.
Tharavel stands up and says, "Hold on, was it Arnold?
Yeah,
we had an agreement first." He then walks over to Valishal with Nunuk and Tharavel either side of him, all drawing weapons, and points his blade at his throat with his back.
PvP. PvP. Okay.
With his back to Arnold, he says, "You're in the wrong place, adventurer. Hand over that spear, and I'll let you away with your life, and be on your way. And do not speak of Circlith.
Slackerath, is it?
Slackereth.
Yeah.
And as he does this, he throws him a wink."
Alisha looks somewhat confused at first and like holds his spear a little bit tighter, and then he clocks on to what's going on and like gives into his wounds and acts a bit weaker than he feels, and offers up the rod to Tharavel.
Roll deception.
Oh, dear.
Me?
No, Val, because he's gonna fake his injury. Hey! Wow! Holy shit! Yeah.
You have bested me, good sir.
Yeah, it's like I fade. Oh,
all those ones and things like that go out of the way just in time.
Yeah.
All I want is to have an Avenger beat me.
So he sort of you sort of. Yeah, you hand over the
and because it's a crit, can I whisper to Tharavel that I need it back?
Yes, you can.
In pristine condition.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's it.
Yep. Cool. Are you leaving then, or are you sort of?
I will take my leave, and head outside and use lay on hands to bring myself back up to 70 HP.
Cool. All right. Cool. He's like the Arnold is a bit surprised. He's like, Oh, I thought he would be quite good in the edge, but he ran like a fucking girl whenever you came up to him. Oh, I thought he was better stuff than that. Probably against drunks, against seasoned mercenaries like yourself. He didn't stand a chance. Well, okay. A deal's a deal.
So we're partners.
Well, I said we could talk about it. I didn't say we were going to be partners. We could talk about it.
Give me the name and whereabouts of your fence.
He gives you a name of I don't know. Think of standard. Steve-o.
McGrubbin.
Yeah. Steve-o. Well, let's call him Steve-o. Why not? Steve-o, and he's the same chap who you'll meet when you find the merchandise.
Steve-o. Did he say where, sorry?
Same place.
Under the bridge?
Yeah, under the bridge.
Okay. So let's talk this partnership then.
All right, then.
You said partnership. Now you're going back on your word.
I said I'd talk about it.
Talk?
Well, what you want? I don't. What is it you want from me? You want 50. You want 50. You want 50% of what I earn after all the work that I've done, just because you bested an adventurer? I don't think so.
Deal's a deal. You shook on it. You spat in your hand. You shook my hand.
Yeah, but I didn't say how much you were going to get. The partnership isn't always 50-50.
Tharavel turns, nods to Tharavel and beckons the Nook over to surround him and points the blade and says, I don't think you're in the position to be bartering right now.
He's like, you're the sort of scum that I like. All right. 50-50 it is then.
He says, he also says, I'm keeping this for you trying to go back on your word. Do you have a problem with that?
Roll me intimidation.
I don't really have very much intimidation, but
you can have an advantage because obviously everything else.
Yee.
Yep. It's just like, oh yeah, no problem at all. Keep it. My gift to you, partner.
I think that's enough business for this evening. I will make my leave.
Cool.
And we leave the bar.
Cool. As you do, Val's sort of kind of standing outside, looking pristine and generally sort of kind of about himself, and notices you coming out.
Tharavel, without making too much eye contact with Val, walks past him, but sort of gestures for him to follow.
Valashur falls in behind him and follows along. Do you still have the rod?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I just picture it's like Tharavel walks past him and Val sort of catches it. So, do you still have the rod?
Mum will kill me if I don't get Holy Avenger back.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
So basically, they walk down away from the bar and into the dark alley, and Tharavel hands the rod back to Val.
Yep. As you do this, you get sort of the sending stone starts to glow, and you sort of pick it up, and you hear the message from coming from Camberford.
Valashul. Wait, is it a voice message or is it like?
It's sort of a telepathic sort of thing. It's sort of like you hear it and you hear it in your head.
Valashul looks to Farival and says, me and my mother are needed back at Camberford. Galandra needs our aid. It seems she's unwell. Are you going to stay here and continue your investigation? And
So sorry, what's up? So we just read or
that
find out about Galandra.
Yeah.
As much as I care for our friend Galandra, there is little help that I can offer, and therefore I see no need for me to go there. But please, my thoughts are with her, and hopefully she will make a speedy recovery. But for now, I must part ways and go with my brother.
Alright. Valashul takes the 2 health potions he bought earlier, and the poison. I did get those right.
Yep.
And offers them to Farival. Take these. I feel they might come in handy. Do be cautious though, and don't track the cultist too deep.
Thank you, my friend, and apologies if any of those scum scratched your armor. It was my fault, so I owe you.
You can pay for the repairs another time.
Cool.
I have 50% of a business now, so.
Valashul pats Farival on the shoulder and departs to head him back towards the magical appraiser.
Cool.
So he can at least pick up Holy Avenger before he departs with his mother.
Cool. Yeah. So you go back. You give him back the rod, though he's quite attached to Holy Avenger now, and sort of says, "You sure?" He said, "You sure you don't want to you don't want to trade? Quite like this weapon now. You can keep that, and I'll keep this."
The sword's place is with me. Your trinket was merely a means to an end.
Oh, okay, all right, no problem. Here you go. And he hands it back to you and takes the other item. Okay.
Hey, do you want to come with me to Camberford? No, I don't say that.
So yeah, we'll leave it there then, I guess.
Okay.
So interesting. Tharaval and Val, you can have an inspiration point each, because that was good. If you had inspiration, by the way, previously, it's a new day, so you have to use them up. By the way, you can't just keep them. Can't just keep them all and stuff and stack them up. You use them in each session, and if you don't use them in the session,
it's basically you've got inspiration or you don't. It's not actually points, isn't it? It's just on or off.
No. You get a point. You get inspiration point. It's a reroll. You get a reroll basically, so you can have an inspiration point
on the actual thing. It's just it's like a checkbox. It's either on or off.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, you can have that. So we say this every week. We'll do sort of we'll get Drakens done on Discord, hopefully. Then we will. How do we want to play this? Do we want to do your return to Camberford and stuff on chat on Discord, or do you want to sort of go through it in a session?
I mean, if we did it on Discord, there's a chance that Danny could look at it, you know, and actually get involved again if she wanted to or had the time to.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, true.
We can raise that with her.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll see how it goes then, and like last time, we'll see what happens then, and go with that then. But yeah. Okay. So, you're off. It's late now, so I'm just trying to think because it's going to take him a day to get back. It's going to be more like 4 days. You're going to be gone. Well, it depends how long it takes. We'll sort that out another time. Okay. All right. So Tharaval and brother staying in Taunt. Val and his mother. I just realized where was your mother throughout this whole thing?
I was gonna ask, but then
Yeah.
it kind of just like slips under the blanket. And
I just forgot.
Really
She's sitting
Sitting in the bar watching you get battered as well.
Yeah, she sort of.
like, oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Outside looking disapproving.
She sort of looking a bit more sort of inconspicuous, sort of comes out when you come out sort of with a bloody, she sort of spits on a hanky and starts wiping your sort of spits on a hanky.
That's why he looks so shiny when Tharaval came
Yeah.
up. He just dived back into the bush.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that there. Upgrades for Lance we can work on. Anything else you want to do, Thomas? In the meantime.
No.
So you don't want to talk to Gibbon about anything while this is all going on?
I'll probably do some in downtime.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. All right, cool. We will leave it there. Very enjoyable. So awesome. Thanks everybody for watching. Much appreciated as always. For me, I've been Matt Geary. With me has been Michael as Tharaval.
Good night, everyone.
Wes as Valishal Nostius.
No, everyone.
Dave as Thomas Moonstar.
Strange things are afoot at the Camberford.
And Mark as Lance.
Upgrades.
Enchantment. Night all. Thanks a lot. Bye.